Do, 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 do. Hey guys, hey guys, hey, it's your girl Raquel May David. Why? Because he put a ring on it. Now, I know the ring ain't here, but y'all seen it before. Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here today. I'm super duper excited to be able to be speaking to everyone, having all this engagement, and I've actually had a bunch of people come into my DMs to talk about Raquel. We need a series. You asked for it. I got you. So, what we are talking about is I've actually been speaking to a lot of business owners with the fact that they are talking about looking for funding in different spaces. For those of you guys that are new to my channel, hey y'all. My name is Raquel May David, and I have been a beast in these credit streets for 21 years. I've actually been helping families, churches, friends, and I actually converted it into a business maybe about 7 years in because I was really just helping my friends kind of figure it out. I was trying to figure it out on my own. And then I have now created a Wealth Insight Society, and my goal is to make sure that everyone becomes a beast in these credit streets. Now, your girl does not do done for you anymore. I do have my DIY in these streets and it's getting results, honey. Okay. However, what I really, really wanted to be able to have a conversation with you is that now I have a TV show, and my TV show is actually shown in over 800 million households. And when I go to a lot of businesses to say, hey, let's talk about getting you on the show to talk about your story, talk about what success looks like for you to go ahead and position your product into an audience of over 800 million people internationally. The number one concern that I see that comes up is saying they don't have the funds. And I'm like, what you mean we got it, boo? And I think what I have found is that a lot of people are building their financial decisions on an unsteady foundation. So, since y'all asked for it, I'm going to give it to you. We going to talk about the actual Monday money reset. All right. So let's get into y'all. Y'all know I like to clear out the numbers and the stats because we like to give. Okay. So number one, the brutal truth is 92% of people abandon their financial resolution by February. You heard what I said? So that means 9 out of 10 people who started the year off strong saying, I'm going to go ahead and be disciplined, save my money, pay off debt, and build wealth, fall short within 6 weeks. Okay. But what if I told you that there was a simple way to reset your financial momentum every single week? Welcome to the power of Monday money resets. While everyone else is treating Monday like the enemy, we are going to turn it into your financial secret weapon because, honey, here is where successful people thrive. All right. We are going to talk about how on Mondays we are going to get a chance to hit reset, refocus, recommit to your financial future for real. Okay. So let's talk about the problems and the challenges. Let's be honest about this all the time. Is what we normally hear is that that when we are looking for a financial goal, we start off our week strong. We have a strategy. We want to stick to this budget. And then come Wednesday, we grabbing the most expensive lunch out there. Not me, y'all. Not me, because I work from home. Okay. So my most expensive lunch is in the kitchen. Okay. And my husband know how to cook, and so do I. So a lot of times that's not really my thing. Okay. Now, if food is your thing, because let's be clear, your girl's a foodie. Okay, I do put it in the budget so me and my husband can have date night. But if food is not your thing, but you're more of I need my wigs, I need my clothes, I need my things. Okay, we're going to talk about how we can make sure that itch for that expensive lunch because you were stressed because Betty Joe at the job done got on your nerves, okay? Or the fact that impulse because you were scrolling on Instagram and that wonderful Amazon impulse came up. We are going to talk about how you can start fresh every single week and not start over, but create the muscle memory you need to go ahead and stay focused. All right. We don't want the familiar cycle of destroying your financial progress and then looking back and saying, oh, I have lack of willpower, because you're treating this financial growth as a sprint and not a marathon. I'm just telling y'all, when you are running a marathon, you have to have pit stops, right? You want to do the same thing as we're talking about your actual growth financially. You need to have weekly check-ins. If you have a partner, I'm just keeping it funky with y'all. A great way that me and my husband have date nights is we do conduct business. So on Friday, we might go out on a nice little, if it's a cheap date that day, or if it's a big thing, we cover finances for the first hour, and then we go ahead and dip and do what we got to do. Okay? Do what's good for your house in the name of Jesus. Okay? All right. So now the real problem is that most people set financial goals once and then they hope that the momentum will carry them through. But momentum is like a phone battery. It drains throughout the week. Without a system to recharge it, you're guaranteed to fail. And here's what's really frustrating. You beat yourself up for failing. But when in reality, you just need a better system. You need a better way to course correct weekly instead of waiting for this magical Monday momentum to hit you. Same thing with the gym. Okay. I'm just telling you, because I'm going back to the gym this week because I need to get my little arms tightened before I go and get them snipped. Okay. That's all I'm saying. You got to do what you got to do. But what we want to do is develop a great system that is going to help you get to where you need to be. So number one, let's build that system. Every single month, successful people do 4 things that I think the rest of the universe basically skips. Number one, the first thing that they do is they build a financial check-in. Not just looking at your bank balances, sweetie pie. You're going to actually go through your actual spending from the week before and review where has your money gone. Now, some people like apps like Mint or Rocket Money. Hey, if that's your thing, that's fine. If you a good old-fashioned pen and paper type girly and you want to go ahead and balance your checkbook, hunty, let's go. But no matter which method you do, there's never a short sight to it. Please know a lot of your banks are already tracking how you're spending money. You can log in and look. It'll tell you what's going to food, what's going to bills. It will literally break down where your money is going so you can start making massive movements forward, as my girl Liz Simpson said. Okay. So what the goal is to set 5 minutes to an hour of honest tracking instead of being wishful thinkers. We're doers over here. Okay. Second, we're going to set one financial win for the week. Okay. Not 5, not 10, not 20. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Okay. And we want to have this muscle memory built up before first quarter comes in, so that we're not in that 92% range, right? We've already built that muscle memory that says on Mondays, this is what I'm going to do. Okay. So you're not going to complete a whole budget overall. You're going to set one achievable target, whether that is I'm going to pack lunch 3 times this week, or I'm going to transfer X amount of dollars into my emergency fund. The small wins are going to build momentum that you need to move forward. Okay. Third, you want to identify your spending triggers. What? You want to identify your spending triggers for the upcoming weeks. If you got a stressful presentation on Wednesday, plan that you're going to have Chipotle. Okay. If you're not going to have Chipotle, say, okay, me and my husband going to sushi. Okay. Because it was stressful today. And I know that I'm going to have to deal with Sandra. And I want to be able to go out and have my little drinks. Okay. Plan for it instead of stressing about it later. Put it in the budget. That way you don't have to panic. And guess what? If you didn't use it, then you can go ahead and decide, are you going to take that money and put it into your emergency fund? Or are you going to take that money and pay down a debt? Or are you going to take that money and splurge it at the end of the week? You get to decide when you look at what you did spend versus what you didn't spend. Okay. Number 4, schedule your money task, paying bills, checking investments, reviewing subscriptions. Those are certain things that you can put on your calendar that says, I'm going to look at these things. One of the things that me and my husband do, and we've actually taught our kids to do this, is we are very big on the subscription. Okay. You will $3.99 me for 7 days. Okay. You get $3.97 me for a month. I'm putting that date in and saying, okay, this expires this. So a week from before it's supposed to expire, I'm going to have a conversation with my husband. Did we use it? Were we using it a lot? Is it something that we're willing to pay for? If the answer is no, if I watch that one particular show and nothing else grabs my little taste buds, then guess what she finna do? Leave it where it's at. Okay. But this way, I now am literally sculpting and building the blocks that I need to actually make things happen instead of having them live in my mental to-do list. Because, honey, the goal over here is what? To get it to done. All right. Now, here's the game changing technique that separates the winners from the wishers: the financial GPS reset. Just like your phone GPS recalculates whenever you make a wrong turn and you need to recalculate, you need to do the same thing when it comes to your finances. You need to recalculate what financial route you're going. I'm not saying change the plan, I'm saying look at what you're physically doing. Is that something that's in alignment with the goal that you have, or do you need to make changes? Don't count a wrong turn as a failure, but understand that just like you don't judge yourself for missing the exit, you want to find a new route to your destination. The mindset shifts happens. That mindset shift changes everything. And when you overspend one week, you don't throw in the towel, you treat it like data. What you do is you ask, what happened? How can I adjust it going into this week? Maybe you need to reallocate some of the money, or maybe you need to find extra income opportunities. I'm not trying to play out here, y'all. A lot of people have different side hustles that gives them really, really, really big coinage. And we're not taking advantage of how can we make that lucrative and tell that money where to go. I think a lot of times we don't understand that the goal is to circulate the money for it to come back to you, but be very intentional where you're spending so that you know where it's coming back to. Okay. The magic happens when you stop seeing financial setbacks as failures and start seeing them as course corrections. Every Monday becomes a chance for you to recalculate your route to your financial freedom. You're not just starting over, you're optimizing your path. And here's the beautiful part: this approach compounds. Every Monday reset gets easier because you're building the habits in the financial awareness. You're going to stop living from paycheck to paycheck in your mind and start living with intention and control. Please remember that financial success is not about perfection, it's about persistence and smart resets. Use Monday as your check in for setting one clear goal and plan for your obstacle. Right? Right? Most importantly, every week has a chance to get you back on track, not start over. Again, it's all in how we look at it, right? So, I'm going to ask you guys right now, since you guys have sat through this, we've had this conversation, what is your biggest financial goal right now? Drop it in the comments and tell me what you're planning to tackle this Monday. Share your wins, share your struggle, and let's build this community together. And if you're ready to transform your relationship with the monies and you want to get your credit together, my DIY team is here. Just comment beast below. And I'm going to see you in the next video where we're going to be sharing my exact routine on how I paid off $50,000 in debt. Yeah, girl. Yeah, family. I want to make sure that y'all got the good juices and the info. So if you guys have not yet, like, follow, subscribe, share it with your friends. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Later.